Well, delighted to say I'm joined by Cheltenham Festival winning jockey Danny Mullins. Danny, great to see you now. Quickly reflected upon yesterday's action, as we saw some stunning performance, didn't we? Constitution Hill in Supreme. What a performance.
Unbelievable, yeah. Like, they jumped out, went a proper gallop, and the way he maintained that all the way to the line, he looks like a future champion hurdler to me.
Absolutely. I mean, the time was exceptional. The time being quite a key point here. The ground riding fairly on the quicker side of good to soft, I suppose it's fair to say.
Yeah, there wasn't much soft in that yesterday, so they've applied a bit of water overnight and a little bit of rain forecast today, not as much as expected, so they'll need to keep plenty of water on just to keep it safe.
Yeah, absolutely. The ground was officially good to softer places at the time of recording. One mare at which the ground doesn't seem no matter at all what she's given was Honeysuckle. A real battling performance to maintain her unbeaten record.
Yeah, definitely. Honeysuckle is class, and I suppose after yesterday, she's starting to get the recognition she deserves. She's won 2.5, 2 miles, soft ground, good ground. Just seems unbeatable, and what a partnership herself and Rachel Blackmore have.
No, absolutely. And of course, like we always do, we always wish away the current to look to the future. There's already talk of Constitution Hill and Honeysuckle clashing horns. It punches down. That'd be fascinating, won't it? Of course, to see. Anyway, on to today's action. The 130, the Ballymore. Of course, you have the ride in this on Whatdeawant, who was won nicely earlier on in the season at Navan, and then fifth to Ginto at Naas in the Lauders of Naas.
Yeah, I was quite impressed by the way he came home in Navan, and in Naas he just met a little bit of trouble in running before the home turn and flattened out somewhat, but I think back to his best, he could run a decent race here. Some of the others might really try and take on Sir Gerard early and open it up for him to run into some place chances.
What about the ground with him in regards to this? Do you think he's got a preference, or too early to tell?
I think over this trip will be okay. If the trip was shorter, I wouldn't mind a bit more rain, but over 2.5 it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, absolutely. Stamina at Cheltenham, always a good thing to have. Moving on to the 450. Of course, the Grand Annual. You're booked up here to ride Poseidon with Charles Burns. An interesting type here, very lightly raced for a horse coming into this type of assignment.
He is. He won in Cork earlier in the year on good ground, and some of his winter form has been a little bit questionable on heavy ground, so it'll be nice to see him back on a livelier surface here today again. And Charles Burns as well able to pop up with one in Cheltenham.
Of course, yeah, Charles Burns has an excellent record at Cheltenham Festival. He's an individual, not Charles Burns, but the horse beside him does seem to blow hot and cold, but off 138, a relatively low mark for an Irish handicap, I think it'd be fair to say.
Yeah, definitely. I think that mark will be okay. Weight is nice, and there's some of the other ones previous winning form, but that doesn't always help you around Cheltenham. One that's a little bit unexposed can have a bit up his sleeve. Yeah,
hopefully, as long as the jockey does his job. He should be in the mix there at a decent price. And then in the bumper, the finale, a race which looks unbelievable on paper. Loads of exciting, unexposed prospects, as you would expect a race of this nature. You ride Madmansgame. What can we tell me about that one?
Yeah, Madmansgame won in Navan the last day. He works very well at home. And while he wasn't that visually impressive in Navan, I think he's got a nice chance here. I wouldn't have minded a bit more rain for him, but hopefully he'll run a good race. Willie's horses always seem to come to the fore in the bumper.
Yeah, absolutely. That should be an absolute cracker, shouldn't it? The finale there. Loads of unbeaten prospects, clashing horns. Quickly before you go, looking at the Brown Advisory, we've got some really interesting types there. Brave Man's Game, Long Press, Ahoy Signor. Do you see this one as being one perhaps for the home team? Would you think the likes of Capodanno, some of the Irish do come in here with major claims?
I would have loved to see Capodanno stand up in Leopardstown the last day behind Galopin de Champ to see what he could show. I thought he improved a lot from his first run to chase home Bob Ollinger. But for me, Brave Man's Game's been very good all season. His jumping is class, and if he gets into a good rhythm again today, I think even Long Press and High Senior will struggle to peg him back.
Yeah, indeed. I think the Paul Nicholls representative does look the one to beat there. And finally, Champion Chase, the race of the week from my point of view, and I'm sure many of you and your colleagues as well. What a cracker. Shishkin, Energamine, Shakapur, Soir. I think we've got Politolog, Put the Kettle On. Absolute any price you like. Previous winners of the Champion Chase. This is a bit of a Hall of Fame race, I think it's fair to say, in terms of Champion Chasers. I mean, are you with Shishkin, or would you take him on here?
I think I'd take him on. I've sided with plenty of the English ones that have come out on top earlier in the week, but I think this could be Chacun Pour Soi's day. He's came to England before and flopped pretty much, really, is the only way of saying it. But there was genuine excuses for those days, and a truly run champion chase today, I think he's still got a bit of go on him.
And Willie's totally changed the training methods with this horse, hasn't he? I believe, in preparation for this race specifically.
Yeah, he's changed it around a bit, and he seems to be showing a good spark at home. He won well in Leopardstown last day, and I think, he'll give the two younger boys something to think about today.
Well, Danny, many thanks for your thoughts. Best of luck today. Thank you for watching at home. And of course, don't forget to check out irishracing.com for all the latest news and features.